The Dodgers Dugout Line, presented by Mountain Dew Baja Blast, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball and Dodgers Nation. Get a Baja for a blast this MLB season and enjoy a refreshing splash of tropical lime flavor. On today's episode, the Dodgers have done it again. What is it? I'll tell you what. Also, some really positive injury updates from Dodger Stadium today. River Ryan, is he ready for the show? I caught up with him earlier, and I'll tell you about my chat there. So much to get into. Dodgers beat the Rays. Yeah, 2020 World Series vibes, but this time at Dodger Stadium, so we'll get into that. All that more coming up next on Dodgers Dugout Live. Dodgers team is going to 3.
Nothing brings us together quite like Dodger baseball.
Los Angeles wins it 3-1.
The Dodgers are ruining baseball. Let's get 4 more wins and really ruin baseball.
Oh my goodness! Shohei Ohtani! Whoa! Bounces one up the middle, bats to the back, over to first to beat the champ. You gotta knock him out. The Dodgers stand tall and win back-to-back titles.
Think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
Live from the heart of Los Angeles, this is Dodgers Dugout Live with your host, Doug McKain.
What is up, and welcome to another episode of Dodgers Dugout Live, the #1 Dodgers podcast and Dodgers show on YouTube. My name is Doug McKain. You can follow me on X and Instagram at DMac_LA. If you haven't yet, do us a huge favor. Subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Drop a like. Drop a comment down below. And if you haven't yet, also follow us on all of our socials, on Instagram at Dodgers Nation and on Twitter at Dodgers Nation. Got some comments. See Delirium9 in the chat. We got Dodger Blue. Sub D-Mac. Yeah, a lot of comments fired in. We'll get into those in a little bit. The Dodgers win. We'll break that down. We'll hear from Miguel Rojas. We'll hear from Dave Roberts. We'll hear from Eric Lauer. So there's so much to get into in the world of Dodger baseball. So let's get right into it.
Leading off, the hottest story in Dodger baseball.
All right, so the hottest story in Dodger baseball is, well, let's get into Miguel Rojas doing Miguel Rojas things. Miguel Rojas, who I don't even think it even applies. Well, he's a guy, it's not, he'll never have to buy a drink in Los Angeles. He shouldn't have to buy anything in Los Angeles. Forget drinks. How about groceries? How about meals? How about cars? How about clothes? How about houses? Like, this dude is an absolute World Series hero, and now he continued those heroics tonight at Dodgers Stadium, where he was a pinch hitter. The Dodgers ended up late in the game. They go to the hero. They go to Miguel Rojas in a big spot where you feel comfortable when he's out there. And I got flashbacks, and it definitely wasn't the same because it wasn't the World Series, and he wasn't even a pinch hitter that game. But as far as him coming in and just being confident, it was the bottom of the 7th inning. It was a tie game. It was tied at 3. And Dave Roberts, he pushes the right button. He pinch hits for Alex Freeland with Miguel Rojas. On the very first pitch of the at-bat, he crushes a sinker up and in, right in his nitro zone, and he hits it out. First pitch goes over the left field wall, and Miguel Rojas, who had a little bit of a home run drought, hits his first bomb since April 20th, and that gave the Dodgers their first run of the night. And he's just so confident. He's so unfazed. He knows what to do in those situations. It was his second home run of the year, and that proved to be the winning run. And you just got to love it. I think tonight's one of those nights where you're reminded all over again what Miguel Rojas is and how he's capable of helping at any moment in a big spot. And that's always really the situation for him. And with Miguel Rojas, I mean, what more can you say about the guy? He's going to be a Dodgers hero for life. You can't tell the story of Dodger baseball, which 137 years old, and you can't tell it without Miguel Rojas, who I've already said hit the most important home run in the history of Dodgers baseball. Like, that's insane to me. With all of the great players and great moments, it's Miguel Rojas who hit a home run off of Hoffman in the World Series to tie things up in a game that the Dodgers would eventually win after Yamamoto went 2 1/3 innings and Will Smith hit the game-winning home run. There's so many plays to talk about. Andy Paez almost killing Kike Hernandez. And it was another night where Miguel Rojas saved the day for the Dodgers. And what was a very competitive and really entertaining game. It was pretty awesome. So let's hear from Miguel Rojas, who spoke to reporters from the Dodgers clubhouse. Always gives an incredible interview. You're always going to learn something, get some very interesting insights. Here's Miggy Rowe after his big bomb ends up as the game winner for LA.
Doing the club like that. Yeah, it feels pretty good. It's always a new day, a new opportunity. Every time that you contribute to win a baseball game is pretty special, especially with this group that we have right here and with the kind of season that we're having. It's never easy to play so many games in the last 2 years and a half. It's been kind of like overwhelming with the amount of games and the amount of attention that we're receiving across the world. And it's pretty cool that you're coming off the bench and you're doing your job. And I've been working really hard on trying to get better at that because I have never been like a really good pinch hitter. But I've been talking to a lot of people that help me with experience and getting to understand a little bit more what do I need to do when I get my pinch hit at bats.
What changed then to make you more successful in this role lately?
I just feel like talking with people with experience and kind of like being a little bit more aggressive instead of trying to figure out what they're trying to do to me, because sometimes when you start you have more opportunities. Right here can be you have to be okay with making a one pitch out in that situation and being okay to go home. That's something that I never been okay with, because I'm a player that always grind at bats and trying to be here to serve in the lineup and help the team like getting things going. But at the end of the day, as a pinch hitter, you have to be a little bit more aggressive and trust your swing in the spot that you're looking for, and that's what I've been trying to do lately.
Did you take that aggression into first pitch two-seamer? Was that something you were looking for from Mets?
No, it's more of looking in an area where I know I can do my damage, and if the ball is not there, just take it. It's like the mentality of not going to the play just to walk or to do something like that. You have to be aggressive, and then if they don't throw you a strike, you ended up walking or having a long at bat. So for me, I feel like in the past I was thinking, oh, let's put a good at bat together, like don't get out on the first pitch, and then sometimes the first pitch was the best pitch to hit. So that's what I've been doing. That doesn't mean that it's going to happen every single time like that, but today worked out.
Who are some of the people you've talked to about this?
So I played with a guy that he was really successful in Venezuela when I played wind ball. He was really good off the bench, and then obviously we have a lot of guys here that have done it before. Like Jason Hayward was with us in Chicago, and I talked to him a little bit about like approach and having these pinches at bats coming and changing your mentality a little bit. Obviously we have guys in this organization like Chase Utley and guys like that, and it's always nice to have them around so you can ask them, because obviously everybody knows what my role is in this team, and I have never done this in this amount of opportunities.
Is your shin still bothering you?
It's better. I'm taping it, and kind of like it's something that it came out of nowhere. Kind of bone bruise right there. I couldn't really put that much weight on it the last couple of days over there in Chicago. So, but I'm glad that I'm better now.
Power's been a little bit more of a weapon for you as you've gotten older here. How have you been able to do that? What's been the key?
I just think it's understanding where am I gonna do my damage, and the lanes that I'm attacking and looking for pitches and looking for opportunities, to be aggressive. I feel like the last 3 or 4 years, I really figured out that I'm really good against left-handed pitching, and my numbers showing it. And I'm not really overthinking too much about what they're trying to do to me. I'm just trying to attack my zone, and whenever they throw it there, I'm trying to put a good swing on it. Like I said, it's not always going to be like that, but you feel good when it works out.
I know you've talked about buying into any role here, but is it difficult to embrace that when you're kind of trying to adapt, your routine and kind of find a comfort level with, coming off the bench in spots like that?
I just feel like with the experience that we have in this clubhouse, and it's enough just to look around to see the players that you're playing with. It's a lot easier to kind of understand your role and the situations that you're going to be playing at. The organization is really cool on telling players what their expectations are. And if you know what they're expecting from you, if you can be prepared for that situation, it's a little bit easier to kind of rest on that and just continue to come to the ballpark knowing that you're playing against the lefties. You're coming off the bench when they put a lefty in the game. You're giving these guys off the field sometimes when we're winning by a lot. If I have to pitch, I pitch. I think it's the mentality for us bench players is be the best that we can be. And be the best players off the bench on the league, so we can have the kind of team that we're going to have.
Thanks, Miguel.
Yep.
There's Miguel Rojas, and as you mentioned, he has had a lot of success against left-handed pitching. He's really found his groove at the plate. The power numbers have been up, and that's really what's lengthened his career, is the ability to really thrive in a particular role. And he's really good against lefties. He's really, really good at defense. And they mentioned coming back from a little bit of an injury there. Well, guess what? I mean, that's something that can prevent him early on is hey, can I stay on the diamond? Can I avoid injuries? Can I avoid those little situations where I might get banged up? And to his credit, he's been able to stay healthy. So, gotta love it. Miguel Rojas does it again. All right, speaking of doing it again, the Dodgers just keep getting away with this. And what I mean by that is a pitcher that no one wanted anything to do with. And I'm talking about Eric Lauer, a pitcher that had a 6.69 ERA when the Blue Jays said, we don't want you, we don't need you, it's over, right? We don't want that, it's gone. What happens? Well, the Dodgers get him in their organization. They make a couple of changes, a couple of tweaks, try to optimize some things. The release point, the velocity's up a little bit, avoiding the heart of the plate. And since joining the Dodgers, Eric Lauer, 4 starts, that 6.69 ERA, giggity, that he had with the Toronto Blue Jays is a 3.22 ERA in 4 starts with the Dodgers. Tonight, another quality start. He goes 6 innings. He gives up 3 earned runs. And you're not asking him to be prime Clayton Kershaw. You're not asking him to be prime Sandy Koufax. That's not his role for this team. His role is to go out there. It's to attack. It's to compete. And it's to allow this Dodgers offense to break through at some point. And tonight, it was another quality start for Eric Lauer. And this is coming at a time when the Dodgers are out of Blake Snell. They don't have Tyler Glass now. They're deciding to not bring up River Ryan just yet. I did talk to River Ryan earlier today, and he is itching to get back. Another opportunity for the show. He's ready to go. He wants to get those opportunities. So excited to see River Ryan. I interviewed him for my radio show today, D-Mac and Ryder on 97.1 The Fan. If you haven't checked that out, listen on FM. Go on YouTube. You can watch it live there as well. Also on Twitter. And River Ryan, he's the man. He really is. And he's someone that has all the potential in the world. And I'll share a little bit more a little later about what he told me, because I left that interview feeling so excited about the potential that he has. And he told me that, hey, when it comes to the trades and things like that, he's not focused on that. He wants to make sure that he gets that other opportunity with the Dodgers and he wants to stay here. And remember, this is a guy that was selected in the 11th round, like a 300-something pick, and the Dodgers got him in a trade where they traded Matt Beatty to the Padres, and they turned River Ryan into one of the top prospects, one of the top pitching prospects in baseball. So it's incredible. How do they keep doing this? How do you get Eric Lauer to be so serviceable? How do you get River Ryan to emerge from a converted shortstop to being the pitcher in your farm system that has the most upside? It's through great scouting. It's through great evaluation. It's through listening. It's through not making every pitcher feel like they have to be perfect. It's we want you to be the best version of you, and that's why the Dodgers absolutely crush it when it comes to player evaluating. And today, it was the home run that he gave up to Vladdy that laid in that first inning, a 2-run shot after the Caminero double. I made a 2-0 game. And then the top of the second, Walls hit a sacrifice bunt to first. That scored Slater to make it a 3-0 game. But after that, he was not perfect, but he was able to put up zeros. And to his credit, he's making the most of this opportunity. Will he pitch in the postseason for this Dodgers team? No, unless a million things go wrong. Is he someone that is a part of the team's future? No. But you drive him like you drive a rented car. You can drive over the bumps very fast because you don't care, right? You can put pedal to the floor and drive fast, and you can park anywhere at the Costco parking lot or the Best Buy parking lot or whatever because you don't care that it's going to get dented, right? You drive him like a rented car, and then when you're done with him, hey, it was great. Thank you for your services. I know that doesn't sound too thoughtful, but that's the truth, and he has made the most. And don't kid yourself. He could get a ring if the Dodgers win. Also, he get another opportunity for another club if they do get fully healthy and decide to move on at some point, which is more likelier than not. So here is Eric Lauer. I'm just proud of this guy. I really am. I mean, the attitude was great, and he's embraced being a Dodger, and he has been the best, but, man, he's given them exactly what they had hoped he would, and then some. He's allowed the Dodgers to maintain the 6-man rotation, even with Snell out, even with Tyler Glasnow out. You didn't have to rush River Ryan up, even though I want to see him in short order. And now because of Shohei Ohtani and Yamamoto and Roki Sasaki, you want a 6-man rotation, and Eric Lauer has done it, and I think he's done it better than anyone could have done in the minor league level right now, save for River Ryan, but they didn't want to rush him. So here was Eric Lauer from inside the Dodgers clubhouse just moments ago.
A little bit of traffic early on, but you really settled down, got through to 6 innings, so what kind of stuff?
Honestly, I really just started trusting my stuff more and, throwing the ball better. I've kind of been having an issue with, shooting myself in the foot early in games, it seems. So, I just got to change my approach a little bit early in the game, I think, and make sure that I'm, really stepping on it from the get-go.
Why do you think that is? Does it come from think it mentally, trying to overcompensate a little bit, or I
think it's I'm trying to work through a game plan, kind of feel out the game when my stuff plays a lot better when I'm foot on the gas the whole time. So usually I like to see how the game progresses and kind of adjust off that. But I had a good conversation with Doc after, and I think we kind of came to the conclusion that I got to have that kind of closer mentality early in the game and make sure I'm foot on the gas the whole time, because I can do that, and I need to stop shooting myself in the foot a little bit early.
Do you find it's easier to trust your stuff knowing the defense behind you?
Sorry, what was that?
Do you find it easier to trust your stuff knowing the type of defense you have behind you?
Oh yeah. I mean, I can't say enough about the defense, and I mean, it just gives you all the confidence in the world.
I love that from Eric Lauer, and he continues to lower that ERA with the Dodgers. Like I said, I'll show myself out, by the way. But to have a closer's mentality, to have that aggressive mentality, that's exactly what you need to have. And it just goes to show that you don't have to throw 100 to have success in this league. Sometimes it's about mindset. And I think that has been one of the biggest things for Eric Lauer, is that there's been a mindset shift with him. And we've seen that on display where, yes, sure, is he kind of have Lance Lynn-itis? By the way, Lance Lynn just gave another home run. Boom! Yeah, is that a thing? I think it is. But also, it's another example of you can respond well even when you do give up a home run. I think that's the difference. That's the difference with Eric Lauer with the Dodgers is he can give up a home run. He had led the American League in home runs allowed. He had 11 home runs they had given up when he was with the Blue Jays. And to his credit, he can still give up home runs with the Dodgers, but he can still have quality outings. And anytime he goes 6 innings and you give up 3 runs, well, guess what? By definition, you've had a quality outing. So give him a ton of credit, Eric Lauer. Okay, some breaking news here. Some big breaking news here during Dodgers Dugout Live, presented by DodgersNation.com. And that news is that the Dodgers are going to be DFAing Santiago Espinal. That is the move. And this is a move that the Dodgers are making because Tommy Edman will be back tomorrow. And Tommy Edman is going to be a versatile, dynamic player with positional versatility where they're going to use him at second base, they're going to use him at third base, and also Dave Roberts said today before the game that they were going to use Tommy Edman in left field. Dave also said the expectation for Tommy Edman is to start 3 to 4 games a week, and the casualty is Santiago Espinal, who had already been gone. The Dodgers moved on from him after Kike Hernandez came back, but then Kike hurt his oblique severely, and he made his way back onto the roster. Had some moments. He got a couple of hits last week. I will say probably the last play I'll remember, even though it wasn't his last play, was that he had a chance to save Yamamoto's perfect game after Mookie had the error, and Espinal got his hand on it and almost made that play to first, but it just did not happen. The ball popped out of his hands, and he's going to be gone too. So, of course, you could have optioned Alex Freeland if you wanted to. There's other moves that you could have been making, but they decided Santiago Espinal, you are getting that DFA of the day, and it's a tough business. It really is, and I'm sure the emotions for him have to be tough knowing that this is the second go-round with the Dodgers just this season, but this one feels like it is the permanent one and the last time we're going to be seeing him as a Dodger. So, hey, the other moves from this are that Tommy Edman, with his return, that will make it more difficult for Ha-Seong Kim to come back. Of course, they're trying to continue to develop his bat down at the minor league level. And then we'll see what happens moving forward past that when guys like Kike Hernandez continue to get healthy. And we'll see how Alex Freeland makes the most of this opportunity. But let's give a listen to Dave Roberts after tonight's win over the Rays, discussing the corresponding move and the decision for the Dodgers to DFA to move on from Santiago Espinal. Man, baseball's a tough business. Here is Doc.
Eric credited a conversation that he had with you after those initial first frames, what helped him kind of settle down. You mentioned that you kind of challenged him to bring that closer mentality to the next frames that he had. So from your perspective, what were you kind of seeing in those initial frames that prompted that talk, and how did you see that shift and kind of happen up those next frames?
I just think that it's one of those things that starters, they know they've got close to 90 to 100 pitches in a game, and a lot of guys, the toughest inning for a starter is that first inning, to get the flow of the game and to get the feel of what's working, what's not. And, my challenge was just to kind of have that reliever mindset from the outset and be more on the attack and not feel your way into the game and see where it takes us. And so that really resonated with him. And I just think he's such a good competitor. But I think that, his ability to have conviction and go after guys is what got him to the big leagues, what's kept him here. And I just don't think that he should, try to feel his way into a game, and I think he'll be better for it. So, it was good to see him, and we needed a good one tonight, and he delivered for us.
Do you think as the defense made some of those plays behind him, that also kind of freed him up a little?
I think so, but he's a guy that's going to put the ball in play. Guys, he works quick, he throws a lot of strikes, and guys are going to have to make plays. And so, Mookie played really well, Muntz played well, and so obviously the assist from Tucker tonight was helpful. So, a lot of good defensive plays. That double play off of the bat of Mullins, I think in the 5th or 6th, that was a big play. He pitched well, but I do think that the defense playing well was, continue to build confidence in him.
How he was just like the Tucker home run and then the outfield assist, kind of what that shows about the all-around skill set he has when it's kind of clicking.
Well, when it's clicking, he's one of the better players in the game. Nick Martinez has always had success against us, and so it's nice to kind of get some traffic and to get a big homer from Kyle and to kind of answer back being down 3-0 early. So that kind of, invoked some life in us, and it was a good ball game. Today was a fun ball game, some good pitching, some really good defense, obviously some situational big hits with Tucker, with Miggy coming off the bench. So really fun ball game.
Tucker's last 2 at-bats, he came up with minute scoring position, didn't get the results there. What do you think of those at-bats there?
I thought they were good swings. I thought he was balanced throughout. He just missed the pitches. I think that for me, this is more something you can look forward to and look and see good things happening. I just think that, those swings look better. The results aren't what we wanted right there, but I feel like betting on him going forward the way he's at right now is a good sign.
You talked to him throughout this period where I'm guessing, we talked to him, and obviously these aren't the results that he wanted up to this point in the season. How much have you talked to him?
I've talked to him a little bit, not a whole lot. He's not a very talkative person, but I will say that the last few weeks, he's really opened up with his teammates, with the coaches, and I think he's freeing himself up, being more comfortable. But he cares. He's working hard, trying his tail off. And he was frustrated, obviously, the last homestand. And so to get back feeling like you've got a fighting chance, I think he's in a better headspace.
When you say he's opened up, what have you seen that you hadn't seen before?
I just think he's just having more conversations. He's a quiet guy by nature, but, when you're kind of internalizing everything and taking that on yourself, all on yourself, that's tough. But just being, laughing and joking with the guys just kind of loosens them up a little bit.
Generally, when you send Miguel Rojas up there for a pinch hitting appearance, what's your expectation?
I just think, I think with anyone, it's just go out there and have a good at bat. And with Miggy versus a left-hander coming off the bench, I love the matchup. And so you never expect a homer, but I just knew that I liked the matchup, and I felt he was going to put a good at bat. And but he's really embraced this role, one of our team leaders, and it's good to keep him active and part of things. It's good for his spirits, and also it helps us win baseball games.
We talked about seeking out advice from guys about kind of how to handle those kind of spots and coming off the bench. What does that just say about kind of him as a leader, but also just the culture that you guys have to be able to have the guys in those kind of roles buy into that and look for ways to improve?
We got great players, great character players, great culture. Guys will do whatever it takes to win, and every guy wants to be in there every day. But I still think that understanding your value for our ball club is leadership and not being selfish. And Miggy's bought into that, and I think with that he's excelled in that role, kept him a little bit more healthy as we're here in June right now. But yeah, like I said, he's one of our leaders, and he leads by example. He also leads with his voice. But at the end of the day, you got to be about the team to be a leader.
He said he wants you guys to have the best bench in the majors too. Like how important has kind of the options that you've had from guys in those roles been this year?
It's great. It's great. And it's part of the culture because guys know that they're going to get their own opportunity at some point, and it never feels good to get pinch hit for. But it's also, as you look into the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th inning and you have somebody on the bench that you feel like you can get a good match, can impact the game, it makes it tough for a manager. And so, even in right there, Cash had an opportunity either to face, Freeland or Wardo, and brought Matz back out there, because of the left, right, left. And, it's nice that you can counter with some guys, whether it's Alex Call or Miggy in that spot.
Did you notice that Lauer on the third play?
Well, it was actually the right fielder. So I did notice Slater on the field during the play, yes. Glad it didn't impact the play. No, I hope I don't see something like that again. I've never seen it since Darren Baker in the postseason, so I don't think we'll see that one again. Hope not.
How good was it to see the bullpen kind of come up with 3 big innings?
It was great. It was great. I thought Kyle had a really good outing, getting the punch out right there. That last one off Caminero was huge. And then I thought Will threw the baseball, got unlucky with the base hit, the first hitter. Alex came in, did his job, and then Tanner did his job. So it was a really clean game, fun game to be a part of.
So they usually throw the pen 2 days before his outing, but today he didn't. Did you hear any reason?
His knee, he just wanted to give his knee an extra day. So he's going to throw his pen tomorrow. And then it's just going to be a touch and feel. So it's not going to be an extended bullpen, but he's going to get on the mound, see how the knee feels, and then be ready for Wednesday. Palo Alto's fun. Great. God's country. It was beautiful up there. Graduation, great. Tuned in a little bit, but it was good to be there and be 99.9% present. Yeah, we're gonna DFA Espinal and then add Tommy. So Espy's been great for us, but it's just kind of the fit right now with our ball club. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. All right, thanks, guys.
So you heard it right there. Didn't really get too much into the Espinal thing, but he did talk about just the win. Also, Shohei Ohtani just not going today. A little touch and feel tomorrow, and he's going to be going Wednesday for the Dodgers. And how about this? A couple bright spots in this one on top of the big home run from Miguel Rojas, and also Kyle Tucker had himself a night. Give Kyle Tucker some credit. Second inning with the Dodgers trailing 3-0. Mookie Betts roped a leadoff double to left, and Max Muncy reached on an infield single, and then Kyle Tucker worked an 8-pitch at bat. Really solid at bat. Fouled off some tough pitches up and down in the zone, and then he hit a 3-run home run that tied it. So give me your MV3. Who are your 3 most important players for tonight's win for the Dodgers? Let me know down below, because I've got Eric Lauer, I've got Miguel Rojas, I've got Kyle Tucker, but also want to show some love to Mookie Betts. I know Mookie has got it pretty bad, and it was a terrible play he made, and it was a choke. I have to say it. I mean, he did. He should have rushed it a little more to make the play that I think cost Yamamoto a perfect game. I'll take that one to my grave. Who knows what would have happened? I just kind of feel it in my bones that he would have finished the job there. Mookie goes 1 for 4, has a double. Is over 200 now, hitting 205. But I was impressed by 2 double plays that he had. So the thing about Mookie, he's played really great shortstop this year. I don't think he's going to let that one play define him. And I will say this, mark my words, write it down, take a picture, do whatever you want. I think that Mookie Betts' turning point for the season will be the blown play that he made or did not make that I think cost Yamamoto the perfect game. And the reason why is I think that was Mookie saying, you know what are we doing here? Like, this is not me. I'm not the guy who makes mistakes in key situations. You saw the look on his face. He was distraught. It looked like his dog had died or something. So for Mookie, I think he's going to bounce back. I think that he's going to be more motivated than ever. And I know it sounds wild. How could a defensive play or a lack of a defensive play help you on offense? Because I think Mookie's had the enough is enough moment. And he's hit rock bottom. And I think we've seen him on a little bit of a uptick in offense and a little bit of a heater. You've seen really great contact. He had a home run the day after, which was yesterday after the air. And then tonight he gets a double and had 2 key double plays. So want to give Mookie a lot of credit. How about Kyle Tucker? Season's been a grind for him, but you've seen some better at-bats and a better stretch for Tucker of late, too. So let's hear from Kyle Tucker from inside that Dodgers clubhouse.
Stick with him, so, I mean, it's not fun, but just got to keep going.
Have you been pretty good about kind of trying to forget about the, what's already kind of happened and moving forward, or is that kind of been a challenge?
Yeah, I mean, kind of happens. I mean, we play so many games that it could get frustrating, but you just got to try and move on to the next batter, the next game, and everything. Just do your best with that. So that's just what I'm trying to do.
Is the flip side of that having 160 games knowing, like, I'm getting out of this at some point. I don't know when, but, like,
you'd hope.
But
yeah, I mean, we play a lot of games, have a lot of at-bats. Obviously, love to figure it out from at-bat 1 until the end of the year, but it doesn't always work out like that, so you just got to try and be consistent every single day and just try and do your best out there.
Coming to a new team, new market, big contract, is the pressure of that weigh on you at all?
I mean, I don't take it like that. I just go out and play regardless. No matter where I'm at or what I'm doing, I just go out there and try and play well, try and have good at bats, try and play good in the field and everything, just try and help the team win. So regardless of anything else, that's what I'm trying to do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, so Kyle Tucker, he stepped up. You take a look inside the box score. Shohei Ohtani went 0 for 4 in this one. 0 for 4 for Shohei Ohtani. Not the best night for the Big Show at the plate. Looks like maybe, who knows if that knee is still bothering him. Probably it's got to be feeling just a little tad bit. I don't think that was the big reason why he didn't have success today. And he's always putting pressure on pitchers no matter what. But still, an 0 for Shohei Ohtani, was not able to register a hit in this one. Other interesting takeaways just from the box score. As it is, Shohei did have those 2 strikeouts as well. Andy Paz went 0 for 4, hitting the 2-hole. Freddie Freeman goes 1 for 3, also had a walk. Mookie 1 for 4. Good thing to see no strikeouts. Muncy goes 1 for 3. Tucker goes 2 for 4. Did have a strikeout, but a really good night for King Tug. Ryan Ward went 1 for 2. Alex Call 0 for 1. Dalton Rushing goes 0 for 3, had a strikeout. Alex Freeling goes 0 for 2. Then Miguel Rojas, of course, 1 for 1 with that big bomb. The bullpen, really nice night for the Dodgers pen. They gave up 0 runs. Kyle Hurt gets the win, improves to 2-1 on the season. Will Klein went 2/3 of an inning, did give up a hit. Vesia, a third of an inning, gets out of it. And then how about Tanner Scott? A very clean 9th inning. He gets the save, his 8th of the year. He went 1 inning, had 1 strikeout. So the Dodgers, they get the dub. They improved to 46-27, still in first place in the National League West. They're climbing to chasing for the best record in baseball and still haven't played their best baseball. So you got to love it. All right. Yeah, I see some comments. I see a lot of really interesting comments. This is my favorite part of the show. So let's get into it. The 7th inning stretch.
The 7th inning stretch.
All right, so I see someone, Pajes is coming down to earth. Look, he was always going to have a stretch where he cooled off a little bit, okay? I mean, he had such a great start to the season, but his version of coming down to earth has a high floor because the defense has been so good. He still has an 806 OPS, which is good, 15 home runs, 56 RBIs, and like I said, behind Pete Crow Armstrong, he's the best defensive center fielder, at least in the conversation for best defensive center fielders in Major League Baseball. This month, though, for June, heading into this game where he goes 0 for 4, hitting 185 with a 554 OPS. So that number is going to go down for this month. So, yeah, it's not a great June for him. So that's really the key. Can he sustain? Can he improve? Can he avoid the big slump? And you're going to see the ebbs and flows of a season. Maybe Mookie gets hot when Andy Pajes slows down. That's how baseball works. That's why I always laugh when people freak out. Oh, my God, he's so bad right now. Let's DFA him. He's washed. He sucks. And then that player gets good, and the other player, Andy Pajes, MVP, best player ever. Then when he goes on a little slide, it's, oh, my gosh, what happened to him? The pitchers figured him out. What's wrong with Andy Pajes? Move him down the lineup, blah, blah, blah. And then what happens? He figures it out, and the other guy starts slumping. It's a 6-month regular season. Baseball is the hardest sport professionally that there is. Hitting a Major League Baseball is impossible. So it comes with the territory. It's not too shocking. All right. Good day for May. Yeah, J.Y. Kim. I think Dustin May. It was Dustin Mania. By the way, it was the Padres, so it doesn't even count. I mean, I could probably go a complete game against the San Diego Fraud Rays, the Sad Rays. Pajes, this is from MTV Gen X Watcher. Pajes just has to remember he's an all-star caliber player. Believe in Pajes, believe. Andrew Gordon, yo, guys, how about our Dustin May having a couple good games? Yeah, boy. Delirium, if Pajes wants to remain number one in the all-star voting, Ha-Seong Kim, I mean, let's be honest, man. If Ha-Seong Kim made the all-star game, it'd be an embarrassment to the all-star game, okay? Like, I don't think Ha-Seong Kim wants something that's not deserved, okay? I know that I am the Keep It 100, no sugarcoating Dodgers show because I think this is the one that has the most truth, right? I love Ha-Seong Kim, but he's not an all-star player, okay? So he doesn't belong in the all-star game, and he doesn't deserve all-star votes, okay? I mean, I don't even think Ha-Seong Kim would vote himself an all-star, okay? So I see that in the comments. It's vote Ha-Seong Kim. Yes, he's fourth and second baseman. That's just a testament to how popular the Dodgers fans are. But he in no way, shape, or form has earned an all-star bid, especially when there's other guys on the team that could probably be deserving and are not going to be there. Mario Landaverde, Tucker does stuff like this and tucks head like a turtle for 10 games. Yeah, hopefully this is different. Yeah, I'm optimistic. I mean, I think Kyle Tucker had the slow start. The power numbers certainly weren't there for this month. Yeah, it hasn't been good. 205 with 616 OPS. He's got to pick it up, man. And tonight was a good night for Tucker. It really was. It's really interesting because you look at Ryan Ward and Alex Call, their numbers combined are better than Tucker's. So you could have just platooned Ward and Alex Call, and they would have been better than Kyle Tucker so far. But I still believe in the big picture for Kyle Tucker. I really do. Okay, couple more here. Appreciate you guys. We'll be back tomorrow, especially off the What's up, Ron Fig? I'm voting for Kim. I mean, that's fine. You can, but I'm just saying. I mean, I like things that are earned, right? Like the 2017 World Series was not earned, so it doesn't mean anything because the Astros cheated. Like when you earn something, it makes sense, right? I mean, if you're going to win an Olympic gold medal and you're cheating or you just give it to it, it's not the same, okay? BC says Kim's 679 career OPS. He's still also proving he can hit at this level. Speedster, D-Mac Ward is a great hitter, and Pies has so much grace because he's carried the offense. Certainly, Ryan Ward has been great. He really has. I mean, I'm so impressed with Ryan Ward. Quality at-bats, and really kind of begs the question, why did he not get an opportunity earlier? Yes, you probably talk about the defense being not great, and there's not a lot of versatility there, but still, man, very impressed with Ryan Ward. He has been just everything you could have hoped for. All right, guys, we're running out of time, so let's get to the walk-off.
The walk-off.
All right, today for the walk-off, Buster Olney is reporting that the San Francisco Giants have everyone ready and available for trades. That includes the Rafael Devers of the world. That includes Matt Chapman. That includes Willy Adames. and we are in June. We are in June. The San Francisco Giants, who are supposed to be a sleeper team, are 8.5 games back of the Dodgers in the division. No, 16.5 games back in the division, 8.5 games back in the wild card. SF equals season finished. Season finished. It's over. But Buster Posey, who I saw at an airport at the winter meetings and tried to talk to, but he would big-time me and didn't want to talk to me. Guess what? Buster Posey, great player, crappy at his job in the front office. Okay? Guess what? The nerds know what they're doing. Give me the nerds. Give me the nerds that the Dodgers have versus these ex-players. Dude, it's not that easy, okay? Buster only, he pointed out, Buster Posey has been a buster as a front office executive for the Giants, and their season is OVER. Get the thank you fans graphic ready. Post it. Go to Cancun. It's over for San Francisco. Turn Oracle Park already to a Spirit Halloween superstar already. You couldn't make the Giants couldn't make it to July. They couldn't make it to July. I'm laughing. I'm laughing at the San Francisco Giants, man. Wait, I see a comment. Fire Buster Posey. I mean, how about Buster is a poser? I see that here. How about Buster Posey? Forget firing him. Give him a lifetime contract. If you're a Dodgers fan, you want to see him up there forever. So I'm laughing at the San Francisco Giants, man. All this talk about this offseason and they have a chance and blah, 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 blah. Hey, talk about even years. I don't want to talk about that anymore. The Dodgers have taken over. All those years out here, even years, even years, even years. Even this year, you suck still. How about that, San Francisco? All right, but that's going to do it for this episode of Dodgers Dugout Live. My name is Doug McKain. You can follow me on X and Instagram at DMac_LA. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Drop a like. Drop a comment down below. And remember, follow me on X and Instagram at DMac_LA. If you guys are true fans of mine, you'll call into my radio show on 97.1 The Fan at FM. Pulling the biggest ratings, guys. Let's do it together. All right, guys. But we'll be back tomorrow for some more Dodgers Dugout Live. I love all y'all. See you guys. I like this Buster as a bust. We'll talk more tomorrow, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. And remember that nothing brings us together quite like Dodger baseball. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.